couple of weeks ago, I went to Blade Show, and I got a chance to talk to Sean Kelly from the Corporal's Corner YouTube channel. And I was talking to Dave Canterbury, and he said, I need to go talk to Sean. He's got a really cool knife from the Pathfinder Knife Shop. And I didn't find out until later, but Sean told me this was really the first interview he's done, because he generally doesn't like doing interviews. So we're pleased to have him do that with us and take a look at his really cool knife, which I think is one of the best values I've seen anywhere. And that's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose coverage of the 2021 Blade Show. I'm here with Sean Kelly from the Corporal's Corner channel, because he's got what I think may be one of the best deal knives I've seen of the show, and maybe of in the knife world in general. And that's this one here. This is your knife you designed, right?
It is.
And you got a name for it? Is it
This is the Camping Trail Corporal Kelly Edition. What we got going on here is it's dirty by design, so we have a fresh out of the forge look, as well as a Scandi grind, 3/30 seconds thickness, maple handle, lanyard hole, and it just looks awesome. This thing right here can take a beating, guaranteed.
Let me give you a close-up of this thing to show you. And what I was really amazed by, it is very lightweight. It's not this big, heavy, clunky knife. Take a look at that. And what I was really amazed by is the price of this thing. Now, this is a made in the USA from Pathfinder Knife Shop. Very functional. It's got a Scandi grind, super sharp 90-degree spine. And the price was how much of this thing?
With the sheath, $100.
With the sheath, $100. I mean, that is like, that's a deal, man.
Unheard of.
That's just a deal for an amazing, made in the USA right here by craftsmen at Pathfinder Knife Shop. So maybe out there in Ohio, right?
It is.
$100 with a leather sheath. What a deal! What a deal! And it is. I'm telling you, this thing just feels so good in your hand. It's got a kind of a sort of a clip point with but the point is really kind of centered too, so it's got the same benefits as kind of a kept part. You got to do some boring and drilling. This looks like a feather carving machine.
Oh, it's nice. The beauty of this also is that not only does it do like bushcrafting tasks, if you want to cut some meat or you want to slice a thin piece of steak, you can go ahead and you can do that as well. Also baton up to about 3 inches. And everything works out pretty well in this. A lot of thought went into this, and we wanted to keep it priced for the common man, and I think we accomplished that.
I think you did too. And I know we talked yesterday, there's a big kind of a lot of people want this, there's a big trend to make these big heavy duty survival knives. And there's certainly benefits to that in some cases, but there's also drawbacks to it. Like if you're trying to do this, in my opinion, a thinner blade like this has probably more versatility.
Yes. Along with that, when you're talking about for the kitchen, the one problem I've always had was like using a piece of wood is the larger or thicker the material, the harder it is to push into that piece of wood.
Yep.
So if you're out there, you want to carve something, you get big chunks of wood coming off of this. You can baton with it. And then like we talked about, if you had nice tomatoes, you can just simply cut them, slice them out, and do everything with one knife.
There's a lot of knives here. I've seen thousands and thousands of dollar knives, but for the money, you did a good job. I think you got a winner. I definitely did a good job.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll get a chance to do a test of this thing and show you how well it really performs in the real world. But I'm really just want to give you a sneak peek here. Thanks for watching the Survival on Purpose coverage of the 2021 SHOT Show. Check out the Corporal's Corner. You probably already are, but if you haven't, be sure and do it, because this is a shelter building guru right here.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. See you later.
Outstanding.